I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, you have to go to our channel.
I am at our channel.
Okay, sure. Nice. Mhm. It's gonna take a little bit for people to find us now again because Melody was already there and she's a on PM. Can I get in here? Can I get in here next to you? Alrighty. Well, unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties with this vlog, and well, not this vlog, this live. For some reason, YouTube changed the way they do lives. You have to literally select that you want it horizontal or vertical, and I guess I must have missed that part of the setting. Can we mute this so like that I don't get echo? Awesome. Um, I have to do this. This is probably like the third one. So the link that I shared is obviously not accessible anymore. So I'm sure those that were joining are probably trying to figure out what's going on. And we'll just say hello as we see you come in, but we'll go ahead and get started. Hi, Renee. I'm glad you found us and came back. Having some issues there with trying to make it horizontal instead of vertical, but we got it. We got it going. um, so today's live is kind of recapping New Mexico and then sharing our next plan, which obviously is in the subject, Arizona. And I hope you guys are excited to hear about our experiences, ask questions in the comments, because obviously you'll probably be checking in later, and share tips for Arizona. So, New Mexico, we didn't stay there as long as I guess we had hoped because there aren't any thousand trails in New Mexico. So we only boondocked. We did two different boondocking locations. One was in White City, New Mexico, which is near Carlsbad, near the Carlsbad Caverns, as a matter of fact. And the other one was in Alamogordo, near the White Sands National Park. Which one of the two campgrounds did you enjoy the most, and why?
So I have to start by saying that I don't feel well today. I have a headache and I have somewhat of a sore throat. So I'm doing my best. So please excuse my demeanor. It's not towards you, it's just the way I'm feeling today. Um, of the two, I really can't pick one out of the two. I like them both for different reasons.
Yeah.
They have great locations, for sure.
Okay. Alrighty. Out of the parks, did you prefer one over the other?
Probably White Sands.
Really? I thought for sure that you would pick Carlsbad, just because of like, I don't know, I guess the nature involved without it. The thing going down and the bats, the way everything is sculpted in there. It's a really cool experience for those that haven't been to Carlsbad Caverns. If you didn't see our vlog, definitely check it out. There's two ways of getting down. There's an elevator that you can take down, and then from there, you're basically in the big room, the prettiest part of the caverns, and it's immense. It's enormous. Or you can walk down, which was what, like 70 something flights?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was like 70 something flights. And you're basically curving all the way down. And once you make it down to the bottom, then it starts almost like a maze or whatnot as you work your way through the caverns. And then they highlight different parts throughout the path with lights so that you can see the way it has shaped itself as it goes along. So that's spectacular to see just how like the earth has I don't know, evolved or come together. Like I don't know, it's just crazy. It looks like you're in another planet. Um, Same as I guess White Sands. White Sands
79 stories.
79 stories. Oh, she started googling. Same as White Sands. I mean, you start off with tons of greenery, and as you continue driving in, it's less greenery and more white, and then even less greenery and more, and then just all white. And that's why I fell in love. I'm like, oh my god, I love this. That's all you see is white everywhere around you, and then blue skies. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
It was just so gorgeous. And I would have thought that the sand would be more packed in everywhere. But there are areas that the sand is super soft. So when you're walking up the dune, you're like sinking into it. And you have to take another step and you sink in again. And then there are parts that it was more packed. And I would say the sledding portion, if you want to sled down the dunes in White Sands National Park, you want to pick the parts that are more packed in, right? Because otherwise the soft parts, that's where you were like scooting the most.
I mean, I saw people scooting down, sliding down the soft sand. For some reason, the area that we had picked wasn't working, but not far from where we were, there were other people sliding down. So I would just like try different places, see what works for you best.
Yeah. Our second spot, we ended up being able to slide, and that was tons of fun. I felt like a little kid, all giddy, falling off and then running back up and doing it again.
When I said that they boondocked at Lake Caballo, I think it's what
Lake Caballo
State Park.
Caballo State Park. Let me bring this down because when I turn my head,
they boondocked there in New Mexico.
Oh, okay.
What part of New Mexico is that?
Yeah. And is that near one of those parks? And have you been to any of those parks? If both, which one is your favorite? I would love to know, like comparing what people like and stuff, and get a different perspective. She's already Googling it. She's like, Lake Caballo State Park. Caballo Lake. Oh, while she researches
super
that.
Cool.
It looks beautiful. Those pictures are gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, the sunsets. I gotta say, the sunsets at the Alamo border location were just spectacular. You would figure it's the same everywhere, but I don't think that the Carlsbad or White City, New Mexico.
Oh, it's not far from White Sands.
Really? Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It's on 25.
Yeah.
25. But it says state park, but you said you boondocked. Was it free boondocking or was it like state park fee boondocking? Your truth or consequences. All right, and the spots for boondocking, do you have to pay daily or is it free? This is a state park.
Truth or Consequences was recommended to us by one of our Boondockers hosts. One of the times that we stayed up there, and that was like in Deming, New Mexico. But I think that it was like a 2-hour drive or something like that. So we're like,
isn't that your friend
another
from
time
Disney that recommended Truth or Consequences? Not
maybe, yeah.
I think it was him that he lived there or something.
Yeah, my friend that works at Disney. I think it was like a 2-hour drive from where we were staying. So we're like, oh, okay, maybe another time. But I love the name. What a crazy name for a city. That's
it's like 112 miles from White Sands.
So, I mean, obviously there wasn't.
Okay. It's a fee.
There is a fee. Yeah.
It's a state park.
Most state parks are like that.
The ones that we stayed on are like BLM land, public land.
Yeah.
So it was free, and of course, the one we stayed in closest to Carlsbad, that one has a 5-day stay limit. That's Sunset Reef. And then Chosa, which is about 1.2 miles from it, has a 14-day stay limit. And then the one in Alamogordo, which is Lake Holloman, which is right by the Air Force Holloman base, that one also has a 14-day stay limit.
That one was super cool because that one from like the actual campground, you have the beautiful views of the lake. Even though it's toxic, it's still gorgeous to look at. You have the beautiful views of the mountains, and then off in the distance you see the Air Force base. Especially at night, all the lights lit up. It's like a miniature city across from the lake, and it's so pretty to look at. And then you have all the planes, because obviously it's an Air Force base, coming and going, although it wasn't super loud for us. Thankfully, I've heard people complain that it was too loud for them. what I enjoyed the most was our last day there. So one of them came down in a helicopter, and they were like right over. They came so low down, they were right over the rigs, and that was just super dope. That was a great like goodbye, seeing them so close down.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. Although I'm sure Lou didn't like it. If you watched the tour, there was a morning that somebody drove by the campground or was in the campground, and they were like, and it woke her up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing that had to have been a prankster because there's no way we would have heard that from the base. Even if sound travels faster, I guess over water, is that the case? I believe it's faster over water. You end up hearing things louder. I don't know.
Renee says, wait until we get to Arizona for the sunsets.
Oh my God. So Arizona, we're looking forward to because we haven't necessarily stayed there. We drove through Arizona back in 2016 for our honeymoon. And I think we just kind of went from New Mexico and drove through Arizona, went into Nevada. We didn't really camp in Arizona. While we did visit the Grand Canyon, we visited it while staying in Nevada, Las Vegas. So I'm really excited to stay in Arizona for the first time and explore it. This campground, it's 1,000 trails that we're going to be staying at in Cottonwood, and it's called the Verde Valley. So it's like down in a valley, and it's not too far from Sedona.
Yep.
So
about 20, I think 20, 18 to 20 miles from Sedona.
So there's going to be lots of hiking in the upcoming videos. There's going to be lots of exploring, maybe some scenic drives. I'm just like excited. I can't wait to spend time in Arizona. I love the Red Rocks. Mountains in and of itself, I love. But the Red Rocks, they just fascinate me.
It's a different terrain altogether. You go from coastal to being in the West, and it's a complete 360.
Yeah.
Or I should say 180. Maybe 180.
I know together or me by myself, I haven't stayed in Arizona. Have you stayed in Arizona prior to us?
I don't recall staying in Arizona.
No.
I feel like I was in Scottsdale during a Super Bowl, but I have a very vague memory of it.
Yeah. What are your recommendations, Renee?
Take a concert at Red Rock Amphitheater.
Red Rock Amphitheater. I'm going to have to look that up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't...
When we were in Texas, we went to Austin City Limits to catch a concert. It's on my bucket list for a long time. It's one of those shows I've been watching since I was a kid. And I think it's the longest running music show on television. I think that's like, it might even be in the Guinness Book of Records for that. And we caught the Dead South. If you like bluegrass, and it's a very funky sound. It's a very funky sound that they have. Mm-hmm. They're Canadians. It's a quartet. You have a bass, a mandolin, a guitar, and a banjo. And they lots of like fun songs that they put together. So if you're into that, check them out. The Dead South. Yeah. Colorado too. So many cool towns. You would love old Colorado City. Tons of murals. We love the murals. Yeah, we always have to check out any like downtowns, uptowns, things of that sort when visiting a new city, because we just like seeing what the local artists are doing, and you know, what are the cool hip places that allow that in their walls, because there's, you know, some places that don't want that, but it's cool. Yeah. It makes it, I don't know, just more like a good vibe. Very open. Yeah, street art is awesome, and I really like college towns a lot too. I like the vibe of the college town. The food is usually really cool and funky and good, and there's a lot of like lively places you can go and listen to live music and stuff like that. And I also recently have discovered that I like really, really, really small downtowns, like really small city downtowns, and they're very quaint, and people seem to be very friendly, which is refreshing when you come from a huge city where, like, you basically get trampled over. No one really cares about anyone else.
Right. You're just another number. You're just another person. But we have definitely enjoyed our travels this far, and we are so looking forward to everything else to come. But I think as of right now, Arizona has been the one place I've been most excited about. I don't know why. I guess it's just maybe it's the unknown. But I'm really excited, and I'm glad that we're going to be sharing all of it along with you guys through vlogs and shorts, as well as on our social media platforms, Instagram and YouTube, which Renee is always on Facebook. I said Instagram and YouTube, Instagram and Facebook. Renee is all over Facebook with us. We talk all the time on Facebook.
We appreciate you.
Yes, most definitely. I think today, since Lou isn't feeling well, and obviously you can probably tell in her demeanor, she's not the upbeat, funny, sarcastic person. I don't want to keep her here for a full hour during this. I just wanted to at least check in for a little bit and share the time in New Mexico, and hope to have gotten more input from others regarding New Mexico and Arizona too. But sadly, I had that technical difficulty. So you were the only one that was able to find this, Renee. I am so proud of you. And thank you for sticking around with us. Unless you have any questions, since you have us all to yourself right now, that we can answer, go over with you before we close it out. Don't feel bad. What? I can't see with my glasses. There's certain things I can see. I can see from far, but I can't see up close. And I'm just not adjusting to progressives. They're not. My eyes don't like them. We've got the babies napping here because right before this video, they just had their lunch and went for a walk in this summer heat. So they are knocked out enjoying the AC. Oh, thank you. Don't feel bad for cutting the shirt since you're not feeling well. Got it. Thank you so much. And I'm sure we will chat much more on Facebook. And for those that tune in after the fact and watch the replay, make sure you comment down below. Let me know which of the two you've been to or would rather go to out of the New Mexico parks, and then any tips for Arizona. We already know there's going to be lots of hiking because we love that. So if there's a specific one you recommend, definitely drop that in, and then we'll see what else we see along with Renee's recommendation that we can do. Thank you all for tuning in, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're not a subscriber yet.
We'll see you on the next one.
Bye, guys. Now to scoot out of here again. I wish we could have a remote to turn the phone on and off. Sorry, baby, I'm disturbing you.